But today I have a fantastic guest, I'm telling you. The elegance, the eloquence, the brains. Oh my God. Hi,
Yes, hi Ken.
how are you?
Fine, thank you.
First of all, I am very humbled that you are here to take your time and also to inspire these young people.
Yes.
How was your morning? Umesikia baridi?
Yesterday, today it's been a cold morning, but we thank God. Seasons are God's, and so
Yes.
we have to be thankful through it all. Whether it's sun, whether it's raining, yeah, you just have to be thankful.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
yes.
I'm telling you, tumeanza at the right stand. So people would like to know your name and what you do.
My name is Peris Njeri Maina. Maina is my dad. Yes, I am a medical representative, not by profession. I say by chance and by God's grace. Yeah, and thank you so much for having me today. I am glad to be here.
Nakwambia umesema medical, I was like, medical, okay. So, medic, it means, did you have a passion for this course?
Yes. From all the way from high school, I'd say I had a passion for medicine, fitness, health, and beauty. So even if I knew I would go to college, I'll do something in line with that. Yeah, but actually what I wanted to do at start is medicine, but then mathematics did whatever it did.
Mathematics being
Yes,
mathematics?
yes. And so I landed somewhere else, but it also a medical course. Yeah, maybe if I'd say I did medical laboratory. It's a BSc in college. Yeah, practiced for a few years and then took a turn somewhere when opportunity presented. And I went to do now what I am doing right now.
So somebody is there asking medical laboratory. What is about medical laboratory?
Medical laboratory, basically, it's when you go to a hospital, the first person you meet with is a nurse. They'll do the triaging. Then they'll send you to the doctor. You tell the doctor what you feel, and then the doctor will request for you some laboratory tests. So once the doctor writes you that request, is when you go to the lab. There are so many tests. If we talk about them right now, you wouldn't finish. But it's basically where you go. It's more of a diagnosis and analyzing, because the doctor cannot treat you by what you tell them. They have to do some more investigation. Yeah, so from whatever investigation and result you get, the doctor will be in a better position to see what is making you feel whatever you're feeling, and they'll give you the medicine that you rightly deserve.
Haya. Sasa saizi ndo nimechanuliwa. Kumbe nyinyi ndio mnatusaidianga. You know the time we usually go to hospital and nafanya tu test, I'm like.
Yeah.
So tunaweza waita my investigator kwa medicine ama it's too much. What do you think?
Actually, it's in line with the same, because even you can call it investigation, because in school there are some units that you'll do, like some will involve a lot of detection or a lot of detective medicine. So it's more of an investigative course, I'd say. But again, no, in the medical fraternity, not like CID. Yes.
These are the movies.
Yes.
So you've said you did medical lab, then an opportunity happened.
Yeah.
Which opportunity?
Maybe if I talk about my journey, it's been a beautiful journey. And what I say, whatever God has placed for you, you know, if you align yourself in His will, you'll hit a lot of rocks, but then at the end of it all, you'll get to find where His favor takes you through.
True.
So I practiced laboratory, that's behind the bench, for 3 years, but my passion was not actually machine. I love being around people, seeing people come when they are not very well, but then leave when they are very well and satisfied. So I practiced behind the bench for 3 years. I tutored college students for 2 years. The contract ended. So when the contract ended, an opportunity for marketing came. And that's what I'm doing right now. It's pharmaceuticals, we call it, or we are called as medical representatives. This course you don't go to college to do. Yeah, in Kenya, there is no courses going to school to do a course called medical representative. As long as you've done any medical course or either a diploma or a degree, then you can get employed as a medical representative. What we do, it's more of research. Drugs evolve every day. Like whatever used to treat malaria 20 years ago, it's not the same thing that's treating malaria today. So every day there are new formulations, and you have to keep on learning. That information, you pass it to your customers, basically pharmacists, doctors, nurses, anyone in the medical fraternity that sees a patient. Yes, basically that's what medical representative is. But it also has a lot of classes. We have people who will market pharmaceuticals. Others will market laboratory equipments. Others people will market physiotherapy stuff and things. It is very wide. Other people market theater things. So being a medical representative
Kwa wengi.
ni mingi sana. Yes.
So you have said that it's a course, I mean, it's a career where you don't need to go to college.
You need to have a basic course, but that basic course, there is no like, you won't go to JKUAT or Nairobi University, find a course called medical representative. Yes. But what you need
let me cut you short.
Yes.
But you need the knowledge.
You need the
about
knowledge.
Medicine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need to have like a background course or a basic course in medical studies. You can be a clinician, you can be a nurse, you can be a farm tech. Yeah, we also have pharmacists who sit in the upper positions of the companies, basically research. Yes.
Unajua kuna point ulikuwa umesema kuna mzee alikuwa amefurahi kwa amesema hai hakuna kusomea amefurahi lakini sasa hivi tumerudi yako
Hapana.
So you guys you have to have the knowledge because do you ever think medicine inaweza kukalia like kusomea? What is the intake about it?
Having interacted with a lot of doctors from the basic level, because I know we say it's not the lowest class of doctors, but from a clinical officer going to a doctor, going to a consultant, some have gone to the level of professors. I think interacting with them, it's not an easy course. You'll find that some doctors have done a basic degree, then when they go to do their masters, or even at the basic point, some will change course in between. You passed your Form 4 very well, you got very good grades, but then when you go to campus and you start now doing the basic medicine, you hear some changed at the middle. And I think it's all for all courses. Yeah, at times I think it's a very hard course. But personally for me, if I talk about medical laboratory, it wasn't as hard in school. You put your mind to it, you are called to do that course, you know what you want after your 4 years. So you just put a lot of effort into it and you emerge victorious.
So you have done medical laboratory and now you're doing medical rep.
Yeah.
Is it advantageous to you having both things as umepata knowledge from this side and this side? Is it advantage to you? Personally,
I think it's very advantageous because right now, if I wanted to go back to lab, if anything happens that, medical representative does not really work for me, of which I don't see it happening because it really worked for me and I'm thinking I'll do it for the next few years.
True.
I can easily go back to lab. Yes, so it's a very great advantage having 2 courses or even 3 courses or even 5 courses. I have colleagues we went to in school. They've done lab, they shifted, they did something else, and again, they're still studying. As what I say, whatever your heart really wants. If right now I shift and come and do journalism, and it's not my passion, I won't be satisfying with doing whatever you're doing, Ken. So whatever your heart is at, just follow your heart. But again, I always say it's the leading of God. Kuna vitu utatry, it doesn't work for you. Because maybe you're trying to do your own thing. Yes.
So what is the satisfaction of doing medical rep, being a medical rep?
I love being around people. I love traveling. I love information. So being a medical representative, it has opened so much opportunities for me to travel internationally, to interact with people who are learned than me. And the moment you interact with someone who is of a higher level than you, if you go sit down with a professor, there are things you learn from the way they present themselves and from the information they feed you. So for me, that gives me satisfaction. And again, at times you go meet someone, they do not know what to do with the situation they are in, but because you gave them the information you have also received from someone else, you see they are a bit satisfied and they are in a better position. Basically, the wellness of people gives me satisfaction.
That is awesome. Awesome. Hey, yo. Tutaongea kando. You'll give me these tips, You'll give me these tips. Okay. Now, talking about medical representative, is there any challenges? Many
challenges. Every course, hata ule askari unaona kwa barabara akipigwa salute hivi, everyone has a challenge. Being a medical representative, remember your clients, they are people. God has created us diversely. I will come meet you today, you are in a bad mood, you don't want to see someone. Tomorrow again, I'll find someone who is overly happy, you want to take a bit of more time and I'm in a rush. So meeting people with different personalities is a challenge, and sometimes you do not know how to deal with certain personalities, of which we appreciate because it's God's creation. But again, God graces you through. If there is for all those places I've worked, if there is a place I've seen the grace and the favor of God, it's in being a medical representative, because the people you're dealing with, they are all different. Again, one thing that also has been challenging, but now this is in the market field, it's competition. Competition, like for example, if you talk of paracetamol is a molecule, we have like more than 50 brands. But again, you still want the doctor to work with your brand. So competition is very high. Yeah, you have to be up to date with the information. So lazima ukae ukisoma. So challenges are there. There are many, but by God's grace, if your heart is in it, if God is with you, you just sail through.
Yeah, I've noticed you keep on mentioning God, and I've noticed that you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
So do you think being a Christian has given you an advantage upon your career?
Yes.
How?
I say, wherever there is something you're competing for, even in a race, your effort will come in hand. But again, I say the push of God. If God has marked you for victory, you will win. I can tell you this for free. I am not a very good marketer. I can tell you for free. But the favor of God upon my life, that has given me victory. Where you go, like we have, we call them quarters. Every 3 months is one quarter. Your sales are done at a percentage for that quarter. It's not one time I've gotten something small from the company, because you've emerged one of the best marketers for that quarter.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Certificates I have in the house. I've been in the company for 3 years. I have several certificates right here in Kenya internationally, and I thank God. So wherever you are, whatever course you are doing or whatever work you're doing, if you let God in, then victory, be assured you'll have it.
Talking about medical representative, is it marketable as a career?
Yes, I would say it is, because if you look at, like in our company, we are around 40 people. Kenya, that's the Kenyan branch, we are around 40 people. And if you see a company is hiring 40 people, it only means that the career is very marketable. As much as you don't go to school to do something called medical representative, for whatever basic course you've done, you get into marketing, it exposes you to many places. And we have people who've also left it, gone to do other things, but again, you can still stick to it, but grow in ranks. You can start basically as a medical representative, become a supervisor, become a manager. I have some few friends of mine who've gone ahead and started importing their own pharmaceuticals, so they are their own CEOs. So it's a marketable career.
Now, right now, the generation, we have this mentality, wataka kuamka leo, no succeed by kesho. So do you think having an experience of 3 years, you said, having an
well, if I combine my total experience, it's close to a decade now.
Okay, do you think your experience has given you knowledge and wisdom upon what you're doing right now?
Yes. Looking back from the point where I started as being behind the bench, working in the lab, because the products or the products I'm dealing with right now, they have everything to do with whatever the lab person gets you the results. So from the basic point, there is so much I've learned. Then coming to the 2 years that I taught college students, you're interacting with people of different personalities. Yes, so that also helped me learn how to deal with people. It taught me how to be very patient, and not being here, there's so much I've learned. And not just even in my career life, even in high school, primary school, it all starts with your life. Because you see, the personality you are right now, it doesn't just come because you're an adult. It started when you're very small. So it's a journey, I'd say. It is a journey, I'd say.
So it's a journey.
Yes.
Umesikia? It's a journey. Yeah, tell them.
Safari.
Safari.
But it is a good safari when you have God in it.
Awesome. So, in real life, kuna siku unamkanga na moods mbaya, na moods nzuri. So give us a leakage. What happens when you wake up maybe in a bad mood? How do you extend the day to be all right, knowing that you have to interact with people and have different characteristics?
The place of prayer has been my solace. I love prayer. And like, I'll talk as yesterday night.
Okay.
Yesterday night, I left work. Yesterday, I closed a bit early at 5 p.m. I don't know what had disturbed me, but I was feeling I am not all right. But after having dinner, I prayed about it. I know I'm coming here, but again, I'm not feeling okay. So I prayed about it. Today morning, I woke up very well. So even when there are days you wake up, you don't feel like you want to go you don't want to go to work. Your managers are on you. Just find a place in prayer. And our God is a God who hears. Learn to be very blunt with God. Hey, mimi leo God siski kwenda job lakini I have to work. Juu nisipoenda job, something else can happen. And God is very faithful. Yes.
Let me be curious. How is the feeling after you've helped a client or a customer and you feel like there's satisfaction upon them? How do you feel?
It's a good feeling. It's a very good feeling because at times, the basic client here you're helping is the patient through the doctor.
True.
Yeah, because there is something, you go to hospital, you get something, maybe the feeling they give is not right, but after you've followed all the doctor's instruction, the patient will definitely get well if they got the right product. So if you're feeding the doctor that right information, but doctors have gone to school, whatever we do is maybe just add up a little. It's not much. You add up a little of what they learned in school, because, every day we have new formulations, every day we have new changes. So once you talk to the doctor and the doctor is like, wow, this is very good information, that helps me. Because I know if it's coming from him, it will extend to the patient again. Yes.
True on that. True. I'm telling you guys, napata wisdom. I'm like, hey, tutakuinvite tena. But you have talked about competition, right? And with competition, it brings bad blood. Hey, nimeanza kungoa. Nahitaji maji. Director, I need water. I will keep on saying it brings bad blood. And how do you avoid having any problems with others?
I'll say in any field, even in sibling, people talk of sibling rivalry, but it is healthy competition. It is very healthy competition. There's a saying wanasemanga, we always use it in the field a lot. Ng'ombe hazimalizianangi nyasi. Okay. We are so many. The field is so wide. We have different products. So unless you ukwaze them to personally, I don't see how, if a doctor is working with my product or they've liked the product you're selling, then the other person should not feel bad. And even me, when I see the doctor is using another person's product, I should not feel bad because we have so many people you can approach to assist you in this. So it's healthy competition. No need for bad blood. Bad blood, I think, hata ukiona watu wanakosana, maybe it is from something else. Yes. Maybe uliwakwaza somewhere, so they are bringing it into the field. But for me, I've not found any challenges. Competition is healthy. In between my colleagues, we work very well. Actually, we help each other.
That is awesome. Hey, meskia. So, our last question. Give those people advice. There's somebody who's watching you and wants to be a medical representative. And akona your feeling, your passion, what would you tell them? Inspire them. Yeah.
What I'd say, we have this notion that nimemaliza kole leo, I've graduated today, I need to land in an office. Life is a journey. Once you finish college, have an open mind. When I finished college, yes, I was going to work behind the bench, but by the time I got behind the bench, it took a bit of time. Just be open-minded. Whatever opportunity present and you see you can grow yourself, take it up. Then I always say, have your place in God. God in his own way will direct your steps to the right place and you're sure you'll not go amiss. Again, don't give up on yourself. At some point, you go to school. Right now, maybe there are some people who ought to graduate. They've not graduated. Once you graduate, it's not an easy path, but I tell you it's a possible path with very great things. So coming back to the field of marketing or being a medical representative, just love the Lord. Let the Lord guide you to the people to work with, the people to deal with, and his favor will always be upon you. Yeah. Kenya is a good place. It has opportunities. Be open-minded. Don't give up on yourself. Love the Lord.
Hey, amen. Mira sijui kanaweza ongezea hapo. I'm like, yo, thank you very much for giving us the wisdom, the knowledge, and for gracing our screens. We really appreciate it. Personally, I've been inspired. Sijui kama change course, but nitajua. Anyway, so the hashtag is DTD, Dare to Dream. That was our time, by the way. You guys, every Saturday from 10 to 10:20, it's Dare to Dream. But for the time being, next is Come Let's Reason Together. And today we have a different Teens Drive, so don't touch that dial. Ama, just in your wasishike your remote.
Yeah.
Don't you dare, because we also have a guest host, so stay tuned. It's a surprise. Anyway, let's take a breather. We'll be right back.